how's it going? Today we're going to be doing stuffed chiles. We're going to be stuffing them with pork and shrimp. We all know that pork and shrimp go together. They're animals of different places, but they belong together. So let's get to it right away and see how it turns out. Okay, YouTube, let's get started. So we're gonna start off by grinding our shrimp. I already have ground pork from the chorizo video, so now let's get to the shrimp. And the size of the shrimp doesn't matter because you're gonna grind it anyway. So if you have a smaller shrimp, jumbo shrimp, whatever it is, no worries. Alrighty, all done. Seafood tends to grind very easily with very little resistance. Alrighty, and then for the shrimp and the pork, I have 375 grams of shrimp to 525 grams of pork for a 900 gram total. And the other things that we are going to add: ginger, green onions, garlic, star anise, and an allspice berry. I'll put the ingredients in the description. Aside from that, we're going to be adding salt, pepper, and some white wine vinegar. For the green onions, we're gonna pretty much grind all of these parts, and these we're gonna cut them into little circles, so as you're eating them you can see them and they look kind of nice. And the best way to peel garlic is always with a spoon. You get the most yield out of your garlic and it's so quick. Check it out, I'll show you how I take care of this with a spoon. We're going to be turning the ginger into paste, but we're going to cut it into smaller pieces now so it's easier to do so. Next, we're going to grind our allspice and star anise using our pestle and mortar, and let's get to work. Once we have those spices ground up, we're going to start adding all of our other spices, our ginger, our garlic, and let's keep on pounding. And my mortar is a little bit small, so I'm going to add this to the meat now and then continue grinding once it's emptied. Now that we have our ground up ingredients, let's give it a very thorough mix. Take your time, this is extremely important. Next, we will be adding our soy sauce and vinegar, and as usual, ingredients and amounts in the description. Now we're gonna add a nice pinch of salt. Let's remember that we added soy sauce, so let's be careful to not over salt. And of course, fresh ground black pepper to taste, as much or as little as you like. And the best way to make sure you've seasoned the meat correctly is to try a little piece. So we're gonna pull out a little pan, try a little piece, and make sure that our seasoning is as we like it. During this time, make sure you already have your pot of boiling water, because it takes some time to get that water hot, so get to it right now. Okay, and for me, it still needed a little bit of salt. Always make sure that you taste the food first. When you're serving food to other people, you should be the first one to make sure that the food is good or bad, not your customer. Okay, now let's pull out the paring knife. We're gonna cut off the tops of the chiles and try to get the seeds out and cut as much as the little inside ribs as we can without tearing it. Please be careful, please be thorough, and this is not a very spicy chili, so if the seeds are still there or some of them are unable to come out, don't worry about it, it's not that hot. And something very important to note is that I'm using a paring knife for this. You'll see if I compare it to my chef knife, it's huge. If I were to do that, it would tear right away. So please make sure that you guys are using the correct tools for the correct items. I just put the rest of the green onions to the mix, and now we're gonna give it a quick stir. And now stuff your chiles as much as you can. Stuff them all the way. If a little bit falls out, don't worry, you can still eat that. And I ended up having a few more family members come over, so I ran out of the green chili, so I pulled out some yellow bell peppers, and we'll get to feeding everyone. Okay, here we go. So this actually went for 25 minutes, and that was plenty. We're cooked all the way through. Chilies are soft. Now we gotta get to plating. And if you're wondering what I did with the rest of the mix, worry not. None of it went to waste. Made some yakisoba noodles and threw them in, but that's for another video. Okay, let's get these out of here. Time to enjoy. The whole house definitely smells delicious. Okay, we'll see you guys at the table. Hey YouTube, how's it going? How are you guys doing today? It's an extremely hot day here in California, and I decided to cook something that was steamed. So yeah, it was a hot day, but I'm enjoying it. So if you're wondering what's in here, this is just soy sauce and sambal. You always need a little hot sauce for your food in case the chiles are not hot enough. So this actually took a lot less time than I thought. I was thinking it was gonna be in the 40-minute range. It ended up being 25 minutes, and I'm hungry, so I'm glad it took less time. Let's give it a try. The chiles are nice and soft. It cuts extremely easy. So we're gonna try it without the hot sauce first, just like that, to see how hot the chiles are. Cheers. They're hot. Not so much spicy hot as fresh out the steamer hot. They are delicious. The combination of garlic, ginger, the green onion, the spices that we added, a little bit of acidity from the green chile, it's delicious. Now let's try it with some of the hot sauce. Because actually the chiles were not that hot at all, and we took off all the seeds anyway. Cheers. I'd say that if you're eating this without this, you're missing out. This is the cherry on top. It is amazing. Well, thanks for chilling with Henny. If you guys want to see me stuff any other peppers in any other way with any kind of meat, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you try it. Hit like if you do. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until the next time, goodbye.